Welcome to Silkeborg Orientering Club's video tutorials. My name is Jens Børsting, and today I'm going to show you how to export a georeference map from Condes and import it into Avenza map on your phone or tablet so you can use it in the forest to better and more precisely locate your controls when you set them in the forest. First of all, you got to have Condes version 10.1.1 or later to be able to export georeference maps from Condes. So please check your version and upgrade to 10.1.1 or later so you have the full functionality. I have divided this video into 4 sections. First of all, we're going to set up Dropbox because we need Dropbox to move the files from our computer and into our phone or tablet. Second, we are going to look at how we export the maps from Condes and into Dropbox. Then we're going to see how we set up Avenza map on our phone or tablet. And finally, we're going to use that application in the map to see how it works. Now, if you already know some of these items and know how to do it, like you have a Dropbox set up already, you can skip this section and move forward in the video and look at the sections that you're most interested in. But let's get started. So first of all, we're going to look at how we set up Dropbox. So you jump into your browser and you type in 3x w.dropbox, and then you add a slash and you enter basic. And the reason why you do that is Dropbox is a little difficult to play with because it wants to try to get you into one of their paid services. You can of course go into one of the paid services, but for now we would like to try to go for one of the free services or the free service they provide. Now you can see, since I'm in Denmark, when I go through this setup, it comes in and shows me the Danish version of Dropbox. You probably can't read that, but if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see right here there's a small language icon. You can click on that and you can choose the language you would like to use. Now it comes back in English or the language you have chosen, and it's a little bit easier for us to work with. So once you're at this page, you click on sign up for free and it'll come in and ask you for your name. I have chosen to use SOK and tutorial as my last name for this demo. As you can see, I've already entered my email address and my access code that I would like to use for this. You can choose your own and set it up. Once you're ready, you click on agree to Dropbox terms and you click create an account. It'll go through the process of setting up your account and it takes a little while. Now it's going to try to get you into one of the paid services again, and you'll see several times Dropbox tries to do that. You navigate the page, and of course this is how it's set up right now. Later when you look at this video, Dropbox might have changed their way of displaying this and trying to get you into some of the paid services. But you'll see here at the bottom, it says continue with 2 GB Dropbox basic plan. So let's click on that for now. And you'll see that it'll start to download, or it'll come up with this download page. You click download Dropbox and it'll start to download in your lower left corner of the screen. Once it has downloaded, you click on execute and it'll come up and ask you if you want to install. You click yes, it'll install and it takes a little while. I'll pause the video in the meantime. So now that it has finished installing, it'll open a new window on your browser, but it'll also pop up this little info window in the middle of the screen where it'll give you a demo of how Dropbox works. You're welcome to do that in your own time. I'm not going to go through that with you, so I'm going to close this. It'll come up and show you where it has located Dropbox in your File Explorer. You can also look at that in your own time. The window behind it says you can now install your Dropbox on your mobile app. If you want to do that, you're free to do that. Right now, we're not going to look at that, so we're going to skip it by clicking Not Now. It'll now open the window of your website for Dropbox, and this is the version you can always get to regardless of what your setup at home, if you have computers or phones or tablets where you want to set up Dropbox. But this is the web version that you would like to work with. And let's see what it's here. First of all, in order to sign up and use this, you gotta confirm your email address. So come back to where you have your email and you'll see that you have received emails for confirming your email address. So please verify your email address. It comes up here in this email. Verify your email address. You click on this button and it says now your email has been verified. You click done and you're now into Dropbox. You can click on files and it'll show you what you have in your Dropbox. Now to upload files, you can click on upload over here on the right side of the screen. You can pull and drag and drop files into the web browser, but you can also on your file explorer navigate and find your Dropbox in your file explorer. Now, in order to see it in your file explorer, you might have to close it down and reopen it so it can reload, and you'll see there's a small icon coming up here with your Dropbox, and in here will be the files you have uploaded or you will upload. You can add folders and move on with more items in here as you like. You can also explore all the other options that Dropbox offers. There's a full range of options that they offer, both for free and also for paid services. But now you have a Dropbox, you have an access or a username and an access code, and these are the important things we need to use right now to move on. So let's move on and look at how do we export a georeferenced map from Condes into Dropbox and then from there on. So we come back to the Condes software, and to be able to export a georeferenced file from Condes, it's important that the base map that you use to set your course on is georeferenced. Now, often if you have used an OCAD map, as I have here, it will be georeferenced from the outset. Otherwise, you will have to dereference your BMP or your JPEG or your GIF file before you import it into Condes. And I have published another video how to georeference maps before you import them into Condes. Now, a quick check for whether your map is actually georeferenced is to come down here at the bottom of Condes page in this area of your screen, and you will see that these are the real world coordinates of your mouse location. In Condes, they are displayed as degrees and decimals, east and north, at least in our part of the world. So this map is georeferenced that has been used for this course setting. So you set your course, and in this example, I have set 2 courses, and you're now ready to go out in the forest and set your control bags. You would like to bring this with you on your phone or your tablet so you can make absolutely certain you're in the right location. That could, for instance, be very interesting on control like this. That might be very difficult to determine whether you are in one or the other of these small re-entrants. So you have an interest in exporting this so you can use it in Avenza map. You come up here in Condes in the export menu, you click, and there's 2 options you can use. you can either use the PDF export with the map, and then you can import that into Avenza map. But today we're going to look at the bitmap export. So you click at the bitmap export and this menu comes up. Just like when you print courses, you then have a selection of what courses or elements you want to export. For this purpose, it's probably smartest that you use the all controls option. There's a lot of different other options on the right side here. Most of them I'll let you experiment with yourself. It'll come in at the default of what you have already selected. You will want to make sure that you have included the map, and then I will uncheck this. I do not need to compress this file because I'm going to use it directly in Dropbox and into Avenza map. Otherwise I would have to unpack it after Condes has exported it. So you can uncheck that. You can choose how much you want to export. Right now I'm happy just to export what is inside the blue frame here. And then down here you can select what file type you want. Today we have to export it as a TIFF file. We're happy with the 24-bit, and then you can decide what resolution you want to use. Now 200 is okay, you can work with that, and what you have to consider, of course, the higher you go, the bigger the file is, and if you're going to move that into your phone or your tablet, it takes up space. It also takes time to transfer. But I would like to have it a little bit better, so I'll increase that to 300 dpi. That gives me a slightly better resolution and a little bit better accuracy when I'm out in the forest and I have to look at where I am. So now you're all set up. You click export and it brings up where do you want to locate it. So what we want to do here, we just set up the Dropbox, and I've created a file or a folder in Dropbox called maps. So I click on that. Then you can give it a name. Right now it's called Canvas 1 All Controls. You can change that to whatever you like, and you can see it's a TIF file. You hit save and it says it's successfully exported. So that's really all you have to do. Now you're ready to go into Avenza map, import the map there, and start to head out towards the forest. So the next item we're going to look at here is how to set up Avenza map on your phone, and then finally going into the forest. You can set up Avenza map on iOS devices, which is iPhones and iPads. You can also set it up on Android devices. The principles are very similar, but today I'm going to demonstrate to you how we set it up on an iPhone. So we're going to set up Avenza map on our iPhone or iPad. So we start clicking App Store. We click Search, and in the search field we enter Avenza Maps. You can see it comes up here. We hit that. It displays options. The other option here is an advertisement. We do not want to do that. The second one is the real one. So we click download. Depending on your internet connection speed and so on, it takes a little while for it to download. Once it's downloaded, you click open and it comes up. It'll want you to give notifications, your choice. I'll click allow, and then can I use this in the background? Yes, when I open the map or the app, I'm good. So we want to create a new account, so we click I am new. It asks for an email, and I'll type in my email. check and make sure it's okay. It is. You want to confirm. That's good. And then you enter a password. I will not display that on this video, so I'll do that while the video is off and come back. So we enter the password and we click next, and you're on. So you have an account, you have your Avenza map set up. Now you would like to access your Dropbox. So you click on the plus up here at the top, a little bit to the right, and it brings up a menu of how you can enter maps. You can search for maps on Avenza map, but we would really like to use our own maps, and we get them from Dropbox. So we click on Dropbox. So it asks you connect to Dropbox. You click OK. Again, you have to sign in. And we type in our email address again. See if I can see what I'm doing here. And again, we'll type in password. I'll do that while the video is off and come back. Okay, so we typed in the password and we click sign in. It should now navigate to your Dropbox. You click save password and you ask if you will allow access to the files. You click allow. And now you see it comes up with your file structure in Dropbox. You saw I saved the file in the folder called maps, so you click on maps and it comes up and shows your available maps. Since you have a free version, you can, or in Dropbox you can have any maps you like, but in Avenza you can only have 3 when it's a free version. So you click on the map you like, and at the lower left corner it says import. You click on import. It'll go out and import it, it'll convert it so you can use it. And now you see it with an image here on your maps, or my maps. So you click on the map, it loads into Avenza map, and here you go. You're now ready to go to the forest. You'll see there's a blue dot where you actually are located right now. So this is where I am right now at the blue dot. And I'm now going to go into the forest and show you how it works in the forest. So we now have the map set up on the phone. You can navigate and zoom on that map on Avenza map application on your phone as you like, and it's pretty standard the way you move around and zoom in and out. And we will now go out in the forest and see how it works in the forest, and come back shortly. So we're out in the forest with the dog, having fun. We need to try to find our control. We can see we're coming up this path, approaching the control, but this path is not as easy to see as we had expected. It's actually fainting. We think we're in the right location, but we're going to find this control, and that can be very difficult. So what we do is we move forward while we call up Avenza map. Now we quickly see that the blue dot is actually on the path, so we should be okay. We can go back and look. Yes, we move further forward and the path is still here, but oh my god, this is difficult. And how are we going to find this little re-entrant in here? We come back and check the map. Oh, yeah, it is dense here. So we're gonna come in here and we're gonna look into the left to see where can we locate the control. This must be the direction, but I'm not quite sure. Is this the re-entrant? Okay, let's check. Avenza map. No, we're still on the edge of the circle, so we're not quite there. We should move forward a little bit. So we come up this path here, find an opening, and let's see what's here. We'll check the map again. I think we're getting close now. Let's see what Avenza map shows us. Yeah, we're getting closer. We're not quite there yet. Yeah, this could be the edge of the difficult to path. Let's come over here. Now this looks more like it. So here it looks like there's a bit of a re-entrant here, but it's definitely not easy to see. Terrain is sloping up here and here, and a little bit more on this side. So let's again check Avenza map. We're actually very close. If we move up here and come up to this place here, I think we're getting very close now. This must be more or less where the re-entrant is. I can see the terrain goes up in all directions. And again, Avenza map shows that we're basically where we should be. So if we place the control here on this rootstock on one of these trees here, we should be okay. And you can see why somebody would question, was this control actually in the right location? Because it's very difficult to see, but you can see it should not be here, because then we are outside the re-entrant, and we can come back down to the rootstock, and depending on the GPS, how good it is in this area, you'll see it comes back and shows us that we are basically in the re-entrant. So you can see this is a very good way of determining if you're in the right re-entrant in a very dense forest or with very low visibility. And depending on the accuracy of your GPS on your phone and where you are in the world, then it helps you tremendously in getting the control at least to very close to where it's supposed to be. And then if you want to spend more time, you can add a little bit here and there and see if you can maybe move it 5 meters left or right. But you're definitely not going to be blamed for not being close to where you're supposed to be, or very close to where you're supposed to be. So when somebody comes back and says this control was not in the right location, you can say, well, guess what? I used the Avenza map and I have GPS checked that I'm in the right location. So thank you very much for watching. So there you have it. This is the way we can use georeferenced map exported from Condes in Avenza map and be much more certain that we locate our controls correctly in the terrain. This can certainly help everybody, even experts, but certainly also people that are a little nervous about placing controls correctly out there, and hopefully bring more people into the game of course setting and setting controls in the forest. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and like down below. If you have any questions, please come back. If you need any references to how to download or where to find it, you're also welcome to contact us. But thank you for stepping by, and I hope you enjoyed. We will publish more videos in the future. So please stop by from time to time and see what we have. Thank you very much.